All right, everyone, welcome back for another episode of Mark on Comics. So I'm back from Heroes Con. What a great show. On day one, I showed you all the books that I got signed. And today, I'm going to show you all the rest of the books I got signed on day 2 and 3. So we'll be right back. Everybody, I'd like to take a quick moment of your time to ask that you please hit the like, subscribe, notification bell, and leave a comment. I would really appreciate that. Thank you so much, everybody. Now back to the video. All right, everyone. So here we go with the books I got signed on day 2 and day 3 of Heroes Con. First, I'm going to start off, I've got Deathstroke, the Terminator #2, the Tyler Kirkham cover, signed by writer Tony Fleece. You know, Tony is known for My Little Pony and Stray Dogs and Feral, but now he's writing a superhero book. Well, he did another title that was superhero, but he's writing this superhero book. It's very, very good. I'm very impressed. So next I got Amazing Spider-Man Volume 2, number 36, signed by John Romita Jr. and Scott Hanna, and each of them did a remark. Boom, boom, and boom, boom. So, Volume 2, number 36, the silent 9/11 homage book. Next, I've got, don't know what issue this is, sorry, Supergirl. This is by Sora Sung, S-U-H-N-G. Don't know which Supergirl it is, but I was walking by her booth and caught her books, and it's like, I'm super impressed. I had to have one. So that's signed by her. Next, I've got Spider-Man 38, the John Jang cover, signed by John Jang. And then this one's a little bit disappointing. This is Punisher Red Band #1. You'll notice the signature is smeared. Accidentally. I kept both of these out of bags for probably 5 minutes. I'm really surprised it's smeared. But this was a Comic Tom exclusive, limited to 3,000 copies, and even though it's smeared, it's still signed. So next, got Dork #5, the Dave Dorman cover, signed by Dave Dorman, and creator, writer, artist, Brett Bean. Very, very good. Next, I've got Absolute Wonder Woman #19, the David Nakayama variant, and this one is signed by Hayden Sherman. Nice young man. And got that one signed. Then at his table, he had the Absolute Wonder Woman #1 Noir edition. So this one is also signed by Hayden Sherman. Next, I was lucky enough on day 3, Scott Snyder was signing one book per person. So I got lucky enough, I got him to sign this and his co-writer, Che Grayson. So this is signed by Scott Snyder and Che Grayson. Absolute Catwoman #1. Then I've got Absolute Batman #2. I had Scott Snyder sign this a couple weeks back at the Amazing Las Vegas Con, and I was able to get Nick Dragata signing it as well. Then I've got Absolute Batman #7, same thing. Scott Snyder signed it up here, and I was able to get Nick Dragata to sign it. Then I've got a couple that Scott hadn't signed. You know, when I was at the Amazing Con, I had more books for Scott to sign. I thought, I'm going to Heroes Con. I'll take some to Heroes Con. So if you watched my other video, you saw what happened there. And Sunday I got the one Absolute Catwoman done. But here I've got the first appearance of Absolute Catwoman in Absolute Batman number 13, signed by Nick Dragotta. And a second copy, signed by Nick Dragotta. Next, I've got Absolute Batman number 19. A couple weeks ago, I had Scott sign it, and Heroes Con, I got Nick Dragotta to sign it. Then another one. This is an Anka cover of Absolute Batman number 20. Signed by Scott Snyder a few weeks ago and Nick Dragotta at Heroes Con. Then a couple of my favorites. I've got Doctor Strange 169, signed by Mr. Roy Thomas himself. One of my favorite books. And I've got one with a signature on it, so I'm really excited. Then I've got Star Wars number 1. Earlier this year, I had Howard Chaykin sign it, and then I took it to Heroes Con and had Roy Thomas sign it. I just really enjoy Star Wars number 1. This is probably my 4th or 5th copy, but this one now, not for sale, going in the PC. If I were to grade it, it's probably only a 5, so I'm okay not grading it. Then last of my signed books, I've got the trade paperback of Nexus Scourge. So I was walking by Mike Barron's booth, and he said, hey, do you have a, well, I was chatting with him. And he said, do you have a Nexus Scourged? And I said, no, I don't. So he signed this one for me. It was $20, but that's okay. So that is my signatures for day 2 and 3 of Heroes Con in Charlotte, North Carolina. Thank you for watching, and we will see you all in the next video. Bye now.